Assalamu alaikum students. I hope you are doing good. So this is lecture 4.2, and in this lecture I am going to give you a very short introduction to MySQL database, because from the next lecture we are going to work on the queries, the insertion, deletion, and updation and selection and joins. All the queries will be discussed in the coming lecture. This is the best time to move to the tool, to just know the introduction of the tool, how which tool is going to be used in this particular lab throughout the course, and how to install the tool, and how can we access the tools. Okay, just let me just first discuss about the client server architecture before going directly to make you understand what is the architecture of MySQL actually. So if you don't know already what is client server architecture, this is just a brief introduction for you. We have three things: client, server, and database. As a user, whenever you search for something, your request is forwarded to a server, and server is going to search your particular query in the database and returns you the results on your systems. So this architecture is actually called the client server architecture, where the client are the programs that are connected to the servers to retrieve the data or modify the data. Okay, we discussed about the database management system, and we said that it's a system which is used to actually manage the data, manipulate the data throughout the database. What are the clients? Clients are the programs. This could be a Windows desktop program, this could be a mobile application, this could be a website. These are the clients that are actually requesting the data, or they are trying to edit the data, or they are trying to read the data. So these are called the clients. Using a TCP/IP protocol, they are connected with the server, and the server is actually managing the processes, all the processes that are going on here, and this server is actually connected with the database. This server receives your request and then search for the data that is required by you, and then send the request to a database, search your required data in the database, and then return you the result, and you will get the result on your screens as a result. Okay, so the server is the database management program that manages the database and actually serves the client request. So if you understand the client server architecture, you will for sure understand what is the architecture of MySQL database. So first, just let's have a brief introduction of MySQL database, and why do we are using MySQL database in our labs. So basically, Microsoft MySQL database is easy to understand, to work on, as compared to all the databases, and as I discussed in the class, as my discussion with the other faculty members about the tools, so all of them are using MySQL, and MySQL is also installed in the lab. So I will prefer to use MySQL database, but you are free to use any tool of your choice. You can use SQL Server, you can use Oracle, you can use any tool. Okay, so what is MySQL? We just discussed in the class about the database and the database management system, and we discussed the difference between the database and the database management system. So MySQL is actually a database management system that allows you to manage the relational databases. It is open source. Open source means you don't have to pay anything for the license, anything for the product, and open source means you can make any changes in source code as per your requirements, as per your needs. Okay, all right. If you want to buy the commercial license for MySQL, you can also buy this for your organization. Uh, as compared to Oracle and MySQL Server, MySQL is pretty easy, uh, easy and simple. If you compare them, and it is easy to install and easy to use and lightweight. Uh, uh, it can run on several platforms. If you are using Linux, you can use MySQL. If you are using Windows, if you are using Unix, so this is a cross-platform product, and you can use this on any system. You can even install this on your server. You can install this on your desktop machines. This is reliable, scalable, and fast as compared to Oracle and MySQL Server. Alright, okay. So now coming to the architecture, we will very briefly discuss the architecture of MySQL. Discuss about the server, the database, and the clients. Okay. So first talk about the clients. What are the clients? Clients are the programs that are actually requesting the data, or they are actually updating the data to the database. So the client could be a program. This could be a C#, Java, or C++ application. This could be a website. This could be a desktop application. This could be a MySQL client. Okay. So, or MySQL admin. Okay. So these could be the possible clients that could request the data. This is the server. This is the server that is managing the client request, that is processing the client request, and this is processing the queries, client queries, and then returning the data to the clients. We have a config file here. We will not discuss in detail about this. Coming to the database, here your database directory is stored. You can have multiple databases. You can have multiple database users. You have a log file here where you have the record of each and every user when the user logged into the system and he logged out of the system, and so on. You have different databases, and different databases would have different tables. Okay, we can have some storage engines as well. So the MySQL architecture is something like this: that using a Microsoft client, you will request your data, and the Microsoft using MySQL client, you will request the data, and MySQL server will handle your request. It will send your request to the database where your data is physically stored. It will then return the result to the MySQL server, and the MySQL server will return the result to the MySQL client. So this is the actually pathway, the process flow of MySQL architecture. Okay, I hope you can understand this. All right. Now, quickly coming to the installation. How do we install this? I have given the link here. You have to just click on the link, and you will be taken to the page of download, where you can download the installer for MySQL. You are required to download the community version, MySQL installer community version. You click on download, and you will the setup will be downloaded. It's not will not take much space. It's just 398 or 400 MB. Okay. So don't click here. This is just the client. If you are using if you want to use the MySQL as a client, we are going to actually install the complete product, which each and everything. So you have to download this one, and then after downloading, what you have to do, it will give you several options. What type of the MySQL database product you are going to install, server only, or only client, or developer, or custom. Just check the full here. We are going to install it fully. Now click next, and then these products will be installed on the system. It contains MySQL server, the first thing, the server that will be handling the requests as we discussed the architecture. MySQL workbench, it's like an IDE if you have used Microsoft Server. It's something like that. MySQL notifier, MySQL for Excel. We have connector if you are going to connect your database to some application like C++, like Java. Or these three connectors will be helping you here. If you are going to connect your application with .NET, this connector will help you connect with .NET. MySQL documentation, and we have samples and examples. Okay. Now, when you will install, when all these products will be installed on your system, it will ask for the password. Just set a password for the root. This will be used further. In later the course we will be working to add the users and the user role and the passwords. But to set the root password, you have to just write some password, set some password, and just remember the password, because when logging in with MySQL client, you will require only the password first. Okay. Okay. Then I think that's it. When if everything goes fine and the MySQL database is installed in your system, you have to just write MySQL. You can open command line client. It will first ask for the password. Enter the password. It will take you to the MySQL client. From here you can do everything that you want. You can write the queries to actually retrieve data from database. You can write queries to add the data to a database. You can write queries to delete the data, update the data. You can write the queries to create databases. You can write the queries to create the tables. You can write queries to create the users and everything. Okay. So that's your terminal. From you can do everything. Let's just test it here if it's working. Okay. So I've just checked what's the version of this database. Alright. Okay. So from the next class we will be working with the database queries, and we will be using this command line to write our queries. Okay. Yeah, that's for now. We'll meet in the next lecture. Allah Hafiz.